Just a good performance by Kansas and a good whipping that we took, and by a very, very good team. Had a few moments. Just made too many mistakes, offensively and defensively, to have any kind of chance to be in the game with them.
Early I think they hit their first 5 or 6 shots, and how hard was it when they started off that fast to kind of?
Well, I mean, it's not the way you want it to happen, obviously, but the first play of the game, we go on top of a ball screen instead of, on top of a down screen, and then the next play is just a post up, and so they're going to make those layups, and those are mental errors that don't have to be made. They're hard enough to guard. They're a good team, and they're hard enough to guard. When you don't make mistakes and when you just give them stuff, that doesn't work very well for you.
You guys really tried to. It seemed like tried to really establish Jordan early and go inside early. And what was the kind of biggest difficulty? Just the way they were playing defense. Well,
they're long inside, and we got the ball in there enough. We just didn't get it to the basket or get to the foul line enough. We only got 8 foul shots again, but he posted really hard for the most part, and we got to get him the ball a little bit better on time on target. But he's got to learn when you play against length and size how he needs to get the ball closer to up to the basket instead of letting him block his shot.
Your team had 20 turnovers tonight. What about Kansas makes them a team that can force so many turnovers?
They're a good team. They're no question they're a good team, but not too many of them were really overplays by them. Most of them were mistakes by us. That's not taking anything away from them, but we really made a lot of mistakes as far as turning the ball over. We threw it over the top of threw one of them over the top of where the cheerleaders couldn't even catch it. They're way off the court, and then when we really probably had an opportunity for an easy basket, and then the next time we kick it off our foot. And so they play very good defense, and that's why they've been good for a long time, and that's why they'll continue to be great. But tonight they didn't really force us to make those plays. Some of them they did, but for the most part we just kind of threw it away or bounced it off our knee or those kind of things.
What do you think was the reason for some of those mistakes?
I don't know. It just happened.
When you're rebuilding and play a team like Kansas, how do you kind of try to gauge where you're at from a game like this?
You fight like crazy. That's what you do against everybody you play, no matter what your situation is. You fight like crazy. You fight from the start, you fight till the end. And our guys are fighting hard. We just didn't get many results tonight.
You talked about some good moments. What did you see from your team that were good moments?
I thought, we shot 6 out of 12 from the 3. We didn't get too many foul shots. We did make them all. We got the ball inside fairly when we wanted to. Just didn't finish plays around the basket. We had some good defensive possessions. We just made too many mental errors. And that's why the game wasn't closer.
The offensive rebound in the last two games has been kind of a struggle. What kind of are you seeing there? Because that has just kind of been coming up the last 2 games.
Against us or for us?
Yeah, again, the other teams getting offensive rebounds.
Well, it's 2 physical teams we played, and when you look at our guys, Seabiscuit's one of my favorite movies, and I keep on thinking every single time when we have the tip. Remember that scene in Seabiscuit where they walk Seabiscuit out here and he's going against War Admiral, I believe, and War Admiral's about this much taller than him, and they look down at him and those kind of things. But we have to do a better job. We have to get more offensive rebounds. At halftime, we had 2 offensive rebounds, and one of them was Luke Adams. The other one was Biggie Menace, and so that's not very good. So we just have to do a better job of keeping them off the glass. We've got to do a better job of getting some offensive rebounds when we miss.
Coach, you talked about your team fighting, and you've got a young club, and a lot of what you're going to need to do this year is just about teaching them. How hard is it to keep them engaged when you're having trouble finding wins and you're playing teams as good as Kansas and you're losing by 20 or 30 points?
To their credit, it's been great. They've tried as hard as any team could ever try, and they'll come out our next time to practice, which will be Monday, and they'll fight like crazy. And the results haven't been as like any of us want, but they've never really gotten down. They've really never let the record dictate on how they were going to go about business, and so. I've been here before, and we've done this before, and we'll do it again, and it'll be done in quick order. But we're setting the foundation as far as work ethic and toughness and all those kind of things, and we've dramatically improved from the start of the season. It's hard to tell when you play a game like we did tonight, and the results are, a large margin of difference on the points. But but when you see how much tougher they are and how much better they are defensively and just in so many ways, it's just hard to tell when the final score doesn't indicate that. But it's only a matter of time for us. And to our guys' credit, I really do appreciate it. They fight. They fight, and they've gotten really tough. We're not anywhere close to being like what we want to be, but it'll happen before you know it.
It's got to mean a lot to you as a coach to have a bunch that'll do that when you're losing by 20 or 30 points and struggling to find wins.
I've never had one that wouldn't. All my teams play that way, and you know that's why we've had a great deal of success. And you know I've taken on challenges before, and I love challenges, and we've always succeeded at the very highest level, and we'll succeed at the same level here. It's only a matter of time. So I don't know what it's like to have a team that won't play hard for you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.